All right, Saints fans and who that's from all over the world. This is Kyle T. Mosley with the Saints News Radio Network, and welcome to our Week 15 edition of the Saints News Radio Cruise. I'll say a debacle of a 2016 season for the New Orleans Saints. Are these guys angry? Are they inconsistent? Are they selfish? Or just mediocre? We will talk about those topics and more on tonight's show. And we have our panel that I will introduce to you guys a little bit, not too far in the future on the show. But first, we have to talk about our sponsor for tonight's show. Tonight's show is brought to you by HottestSavings.com. These guys are celebrating 10 years on the internet as a discount provider of top electronics, women's fashions, jewelry, as well as toys and more for you and your family. So go to HottestSavings.com to be able to shop. And I know it's a little bit after Christmas, but you still can get some great deals for the new year. So go to www.HottestSavings.com and you will get the best. Especially also these guys do NFL gear. So check them out on the internet. Okay, tonight's panel, we have hailing from the great metropolis of his brain. We will talk about him all the time. We call him the professor. What's happening, D?
Welcome from the metropolis of head, a.k.a. Metro Atlanta, Georgia. Merry Christmas, Who Dat Nation. I pray God's blessings on everyone, that you have a safe and wonderful holiday season with your families and everything. So more than anything, I pray the Lord's blessings on everyone, that you have a safe and prosperous and just have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas on this upcoming Sunday with your families, and that you understand the importance of giving, and that you also, most importantly, understand the purpose of Christmas. Jesus Christ must return. That you spend some time and read the four Gospels in the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and really understand whose birth we're celebrating, which is Jesus Christ. So God bless you all. And unfortunately, we still have that 1% chance, Who Dat Nation. Maybe.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe we'll get that Christmas gift and the Saints will go to the playoffs. All right.
Okay, moving on from that ludicrousy. Welcome back. We got Coach Rick Gailey from the coach's office. We have needed you so much, Coach, over the past several weeks. Daddy. I got out the Black American Express. I got the Gold American Express. I got the New First American Express. I got all my cards to pay my dad his due bill. Daddy. Okay. Professor is in rare form tonight. Hey, welcome, Coach. How you doing?
I am doing quite well, and it's great to be back with you. I apologize for being away, but what I was doing was more than I'm capable at this point. But things are settling down a bit, and it's such a pleasure to hear your voice and to be back with all of you.
Well, it's good to have you back. I know you were on the prep football circuit, and you had some great games that you called. You saw Carr as well as old Perry Walker win it all in the Superdome. Algiers was representing. I like how those guys used to say back in the day, and they still say it today, the West Bank showed out to be the best bank.
Yes, indeed they did. It was quite an amazing day. That was Saturday. First started with Lutcher and a meet. And I'm spending so much time in the river parishes in St. James Parish, appreciated the job that Lutcher did against a meet. And then to see Edna Carr and Landry Walker come together and have Algiers versus Monroe in the second and third games of that Saturday was unbelievable. because Carr had been on a mission all year, and at the end of the night, it was obvious that they were the very best team in any classification throughout the state. They were just magnificent. The way that team played all year, going through undefeated, and literally in the second half, if it wasn't for a couple of kicking game snafus, literally dominated physically the Neville Tiger team.
Wow.
Who would have ever thought that we could be sitting there and broadcasting a game and going, this team is dominating Neville.
Yeah.
And the second half, just running the football, which Coach Bryce Brown the year before had made up his mind they needed to do, because that great quarterback, Alden Clark, really took a beating the year before. I think he got hit 40 times in the game. And they decided they had to start running the football, doing things like blocking people, as a matter of fact. And the second half, after letting Neville back in the game, that's exactly what they did, and ran the football a vast majority of the time, and Neville couldn't stop them. In fact, at the end of the day, while Alden Clark, the quarterback, received the trophy as the most valuable player, in this case, he really received the trophy for the offensive line, who, as I mentioned, just took Neville apart in the second half. And then one of the more amazing things that I've ever seen in a Superdome Classic, they and Landry Walker were coming through the same tunnel.
Oh, yeah. That was great, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed, to get to the field. And Carr went over there, and they formed a run-through tunnel for Landry Walker to come through, saying, we got ours, now it's time for you to go get yours.
Oh, Coach, man, you just made my night with that. That is awesome. I never heard of anything like that. That is awesome, man.
Oh, I
would have loved to see something like that.
Rem, you need to see the video. There's a video of it. I think you had it on Sports NOLA, right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it'll be there, and YouTube's a wonderful thing too. I'm sure it's there somewhere because everybody's got a camera and is photographing the thing, and it was absolutely amazing. And we were with just at lunch today. We were with Emmanuel Powell of Landry Walker, and that subject came up, and he talked about how amazing it was and how inspirational it was for the Algiers community to come together in that, and for one, because these two groups aren't necessarily friendly. But neighborhood trumped everything else.
Yeah.
When it came right down to it, and it was amazing to be able to watch that occur. One group encouraging the other, go get yours, and then Landry Walker to get out and have an amazing performance as well against another iconic football team. I mean, both of these teams are playing against iconic football teams. And for Landry Walker to get up there against West Monroe, and once again in the second half, dominate the game.
Wow.
It wasn't a 50-14, whatever the final score was. It was 50. I know. It wasn't that big a spread because of pride out of the West Monroe team, but West Monroe was only hanging on by their fingernails.
Wow.
And Landry Walker put on just an incredible performance.
Well, that's awesome. I tell you what, you just said a couple of things. Coach Bryce decided this year they needed to run the football, and you said these guys, even though they were combatants in the neighborhood, they supported one another. A lot of that the Saints could be able to use on their team. Both of those different aspects. So we're going to talk about that. So welcome, Rem Nostradamus. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm just need to apologize to the Who That Nation. But y'all know how I do. Every show I start off in the way that the Saints played the previous week. So last week I did exactly what the Saints did the previous week. I didn't show up. I'm here today, and hey, 1% chance is better than no percent. I'm not expecting it to happen, but like they say, the sun shines on a dog's butt sometimes. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, man. And finally, we have Mr. Brendan Borland. He's taking some time off from school to be with us. What's going on, BB?
Hey, guys. Kind of like what Coach said, it seemed like there was a lot of things thrown at me at one time, more than I could handle, especially with finals and school and everything that comes with your academic success. So I'm just happy to be back. Everything's calmed down at home outside of the Atlanta area for the holidays, not commentating for Gardner-Webb for about a month, and I'm out of school, so it's nice to be back.
Well, it's good to have you back, man, and we'll talk about those grades a little bit later, okay?
All right.
All right. Well, guys, if we don't know by now, the Saints went out to the Wild Wild West again, and they swept the NFC West 4-0 for the season. Can't believe it. This was one of the divisions the Saints were projected to have difficulty handling the likes of Seattle as well as the Cardinals. Well, they defeated the Arizona Cardinals 48-41 out there in Arizona. The Saints offense clicked at times, and they had some issues as well when you have your top running back to be very demonstrative on the sidelines, I would say, Coach. It was very telling about what's going on with the season of the New Orleans Saints. So let's start there, Coach, and I want to get your thoughts being an ex-coach. What is that a sign of, to have one of your star players again, first Brandon Cooks, showing some dissatisfaction with the team, even in a winning effort, and now Mark Ingram showing some dissatisfaction in not being able to, I guess, try to score the another touchdown or a touchdown in that game. We're all speculating here, but to me as a coach, what is that a sign of from your end? What's going on inside that locker room?
It's a bit disturbing, and let's throw a third leg on this stool, and that is the annual Sean Payton trade rumors, which fit right in between those two episodes. It's interesting to me that Brandon Cook's outburst, even though it wasn't on the sideline, but it was in the social media. And then Mark Ingram's were both in games where the Saints were really clicking offensively and won the games because of their offense in dramatic fashion. And then Sean Payton's came in the middle of two very poor performances. I think all three of them kind of fit together, and that's what this is disturbing to me the most, because now on the offensive side of the ball, you're looking at too much me in the O. There's absolutely no reason for Brandon Cooks especially to do what he did, because what other offense in the league would he have the opportunity to do what he's done? What other quarterback in the league could do more for him than Drew Brees has done? But yet he's going to complain about not being targeted against the Rams when you score 49 points. That's disturbing to me. And then Mark Ingram. Now you could be emotional. Okay, I've been in plenty of situations where we've had battles on the sidelines. Sometimes this is a different circumstance, because in high school you've got to be able to push players to the edge and get them to the edge. And sometimes you push them a little too far, and they'll snap back at you. And then you snap back at them, and you've got your little tete-a-tete. And then, the position coach takes the player, and then we calm down, and we come back together, we hug, then we go back and go. That's happened on more than one occasion, but that's not this one.
Right.
This is a different circumstance where a player, when a team is doing very well after two poor performances, is now complaining because he's not getting